Hello, and welcome back. Okay, last time we got the magic armor, in addition to all of the other stuff that built up to getting the magic armor. And so, our task now is... Right, you can't turn the camera in cast down. Let's see. So we're out of cash. Great. Alright, there. You can see there's a spinning platform down there, right? If we go up to the weather vane here... and it suddenly stops moving. That makes it way easier. Another important item for this. Iron boots. Because it lets us drop without letting go of the cuckoo. Well, hi there. Welcome to Falby's Flight-by-Fowl. Are you ready for a flight full of dreams and sweet, sweet bonuses? A cuckoo-powered ride around Lake Hylia? You will love it! Next up for Fantastication, one big guy. Or just one? Right, then that's 20 rupees for a ticket to the Isle of Riches. How about it, partner? Yes. Alright, thanks, partner. Now just grab a cuckoo of any color and try to sail to the Isle of Riches. All you need to do is pick up a cuckoo. Shouldn't be too hard, right? There we go. It really doesn't matter which cuckoo you grab, they have no difference. Now, you can see there's a path to the right. It goes off to that thing in the middle of nowhere. There's also a path to the left. We need to go to the Isle of Riches first, because I don't have any rupees. But I do eventually need to go to both. Oh, I got so lucky. I got 100 rupees! There are much better things here. I believe I need to drop off of this side, yeah. I'm putting on the iron boots because then Link will not jump. Piece of heart! There we go, that's what I was really looking for. The rest of this is just rupees, but... Oh, or a cuckoo stamp in this case. There we go. There's a opposed soul. If you come all the way back here, there's actually a door to open. That looks familiar. I got 5 bombs. I got 5 rupees. And I got a piece of heart. Believe it or not, we still haven't grabbed everything from this spot. Like, there's nothing left for people there. Put a soul and dig spot. Hello, 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 hello. I am Plumm. I'm really excited about the latest attraction down here at the lake. Want to hear about it? Listen to the rules. You get something neat if you get over 10,000 points, right? Not that you ever will. Well, the game starts as soon as you fly into the air. Yeah! Down here, you do not get the hawk for hawk grass. Instead, the carrier Cargarok. It's just the same as the Twilight Cargarok, but with a face. This is significantly harder to aim than it was on the Wii, where you were just aiming with a pointer. You want to dodge the water mountains, basically. Thankfully, they don't. The wings don't really count. But we're trying to get as many strawberries in a row as we can. There's significantly more than 10. I think there's like 14. So you aren't really pressed for this. Because once you've gotten enough of the strawberries in a row, you're getting a lot of points. You only need 10,000 for this. Now I just have to finish this part of the course. But don't hit any walls too hard and you're good to go. I'm not really concerned about dodging anything at this point. I'm just trying to get to the end. I am dodging strawberries though because I actually want to have a low score. If you want to come back here and get more points than you did before. Yeah, if you come back here and get more points than you did before, then you get a bunch of rupees. Once I got 10,000, I was like, I'm done. This is the fast way to get up here. What? No way! 10,262 points? You got more than 10,000 points! Wow! Here, take this. But don't think I'm giving this giving you this because I like you or anything. Piece of heart! So you're completely hooked now, aren't you? You need to go again to try to beat the high score, don't you? No. Ah, I see. And then he just leaves. Okay, that's all we needed to do there. I thought it was about time for you to arrive. Master Link, is it? Please forgive my rudeness in the bar the other day. You do know Telma, don't you? I am Aru. I am part of the group that Telma kindly allows to meet at her bar. I've heard all about your deeds from her. Now, you being a courageous youth, you have likely heard of the strange events in the desert and come to investigate, no? Or am I mistaken? You do know, don't you, Master Link? The Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. The criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. Now that prison is condemned, and even the road leading to the desert is impassable. This desert at World's End, it still holds the cursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. These old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place, so I have come to learn the truth. Master Link, I must ask, what will you do now? Don't tell me you plan to enter the desert and confirm my suspicions with your own eyes. Yes. Ah, is that so? Then let good old Aru help you out. You see Lake Hylia below us? A man named Fire runs an amusement of sorts there. Give him this. I got Aru's memo! Aru wrote this to Fire of Lake Hylia. Set it to YXR to show it. See, long ago I saved this man Fire's life, and now he cannot refuse me if I ask a favor. If you leave the rest up to Fire, all should go well. Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. 2 Samuel 12. And the Lord sent Nathan to David. He came to him and said to him, There were 2 men in a certain city, one rich and the other poor. The rich man had many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing but one little ewe lamb, which he had bought. And he brought it up, and it grew up with him and with his children. It used to eat of his morsel and drink from his cup and lie in his arms, and it was like a daughter to him. Now there came a traveler to the rich man, and he was unwilling to take one of his own flock or herd to prepare for the guest who had come to him, but he took the poor man's lamb and prepared it for the man who had come to him. Then David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, As the Lord lives, the man who has done this deserves to die, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. Nathan said to David, You are the man. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you out of the hand of Saul. And I gave you your master's house and your master's wives into your arms, and gave you the house of Israel and of Judah. And if this were too little, I would add to you as much more. Why have you despised the word of the Lord, to do what is evil in his sight? You have struck down Uriah the Hittite with a sword, and have taken his wife to be your wife, and have killed him with the sword of the Ammonites. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from your house, because you have despised me, and have taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your wife. Thus says the Lord, Behold, I will raise up evil against you out of your own house, and I will take your wives before your eyes, and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in the sight of the sun. For you did it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel and before the sun. David said to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said to David, The Lord also has put away your sin. You shall not die. Nevertheless, by this deed you have utterly scorned the Lord. Because by this deed you have utterly scorned the Lord, the child who is born to you shall die. Then Nathan went to his house. And the Lord afflicted the child that Uriah's wife bore to David, and he became sick. David therefore sought God on behalf of the child, and David fasted, and went in and lay all night on the ground. And the elders of the house stood beside him to raise him from the ground, but he would not, nor did he eat food with them. On the 7th day the child died. And the servants of David were afraid to tell him that the child was dead, for they said, Behold, while the child was yet alive, we spoke to him, and he did not listen to us. How then can we say to him, The child is dead? he may do himself some harm. But when David saw that his servants were whispering together, David understood that the child was dead. And David said to his servants, "Is the child dead?" They said, "He is dead." Then David arose from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his clothes. And he went into the house of the Lord and worshipped. He then went to his own house. And when he asked, they set food before him, and he ate. Then his servants said to him, "What is this thing that you have done? You fasted and wept for the child while he was alive, but when the child died, you arose and ate food." He said, "While the child was alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, 'Who knows whether the Lord will be gracious to me, that the child may live?' But now he is dead. Why should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he will not return to me." Then David comforted his wife Bathsheba, and went in to her and lay with her, and she bore a son, and he called his name Solomon. And the Lord loved him, and sent a message by Nathan the prophet. So he called his name Jedediah, because of the Lord. Now Joab fought against Rabbah of the Ammonites, and took the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, "I have fought against Rabbah. Moreover, I have taken the city of waters. Now then, gather the rest of the people together and encamp against the city and take it, lest I take the city and it be called by my name." So David gathered all the people together and went to Rabbah and fought against it and took it. And he took the crown of their king from his head. The weight of it was a talent of gold, and in it was a precious stone, and it was placed on David's head. And he brought out the spoil of the city, a very great amount. He brought out the people who were in it and set them to labor with saws and iron picks and iron axes, and made them toil at the brick kilns. And thus he did to all the cities of the Ammonites. Then David and all the people returned to Jerusalem. May God bless the reading of his word. With this game came the Wolf Link amiibo. And it's used to, and it just came in the box. If you bought the physical copy, it just came in the box. So, Cave of Shadows. You can see the 13 hearts that are saved there. That's when I finished it last, and that's what showed up whenever I scanned the Wolf Link amiibo on Breath of the Wild. It's a bit of a challenge run. Should you wish to test yourself, complete the challenges ahead in wolf form. Return to this place once you have grown stronger. I got 20 rupees. Yay. I'll get you out of here. You're sure there's nothing else you need to do, right? Yep. From old Aru, huh? Ah, well, I guess I ought to do what the old coot says. Oasis Flight, right? So here you go, one of our secret options, not available to the general public. This time's all paid for, so what do you say? You want to go? Yep. Alrighty then. But remember, next time you gotta pay. Sweet sailing, buddy of mine. One for Oasis, fire in the hole. The Gerudo Desert. Wait, Link. It's rare to see her out when, out like this when Link's in human form. Before we go on, there's something I want you to hear. Do you remember what the spirit said about the fused shadows? What do you think happened to the magic wielders who tried to rule the sacred realm? They were banished. They were chased across the sacred lands of Hyrule and driven into another realm by the goddesses. It was another world entirely, the antithesis of Hyrule, where the sun shines bright. Its denizens became shadows that could not mingle with the light. Eventually, most came to call it the Twilight Realm, and from it, none could return to the world of light. They were forever doomed to live in the twilight, flitting in the half-light of dusk, mere shadows of Hyrule. This is the history of the Twilight as it has been passed down from our ancestors. You understand what I am? I'm a descendant of the tribe that was banished to the Twilight Realm. It was a peaceful place, till Zant took control of the Twilight Realm and transformed all the Twilight into shadow beasts. It's clear to me now that he somehow gained a great evil power previously unknown to our tribe. In any case, I was sent from there and could no longer get into the Twilight Realm without his power. But there's another tale told by my people. Though the goddesses forbade us to return to the world of light, they left one link between the light and the darkness. Something called the Mirror of Twilight was passed to the protectors of Hyrule. It's our only path to the Twilight Realm, and we must get there. You'll come with me, won't you? Whenever you see a bunch of skulls in a triangle like that, it's the sign of a dig spot. Oh, hello. There's 3 here, I believe. With sword in hand, return to me. We meet again. At last, the skills I have to teach you have entered the realm of true secrecy. They are forgotten ways that do not leave our bloodline. Among the techniques I shall be teaching you are some that may even endanger you. Do you feel ready to learn these skills? I do. Very well. But before we begin, I must test that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the Helm Splitter. Now then, come at me. Excellent! It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well, my fifth hidden skill is... the Mortal Draw. Let it be hewn into your mind. Hidden skill, Mortal Draw. The ways of the sword are known to many creatures, and some have strengthened their guards against shield attacks and backslices. Should you encounter such a foe, the Mortal Draw I am about to teach you is most effective. You must sheath your sword and cast aside the most basic of sword skills, the ZL target. You must wait until your foe is upon you. Then, before the enemy can see through your ruse, you must quickly draw your blade with A. There is no defense for this. The Mortal Draw deals death. It deals 10 times damage. Very well. Now, try it. That was a pointed strike, but do not forget that this technique leaves your life at risk. The fifth hidden skill, the Mortal Draw, has been passed on. You learn the fifth hidden skill, the Mortal Draw. Sheath your blade, await your foe without ZL targeting, and strike. There are still 2 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next. May we meet again.